understand how many doors, how many rejections, how many times people have counted you out.
I saw it on TikTok. They were like, they talk about pretty privilege, but they don't talk about pretty punishment. There's been so many times I've just been counted out, and I know that it's behind animosity. I know it's because of a hidden agenda, but it makes me work harder. But this has happened like my whole life.
And my grandmother used to always say this. She was like, when you have good looks, you're cursed. What's up, you guys? It's Asian Marie, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title, we will be doing a sit down. I don't know if we're gonna call this our car talks. I don't know, but we're going to be talking about the negative side of pretty privilege. I know you guys probably hear that term all the time, and I definitely do hear it a lot, but I want to talk about the misconceptions people have related to pretty privilege. I do have a list in my phone of a few things that I could think of off the top of my head. If this video goes well, then I'll probably do a part 2. But without further ado, just y'all kick back, relax, and let's just do us a girl talk. So first of all, I just want to say the term pretty privilege, it already has like a negative attachment to it. I feel like when people come at you and they say, oh, you have pretty privilege, it's already like a negative thing, because in reality, like, pretty privilege is a thing. Yes, sometimes you can use your looks to get certain things, but in reality, it's not always what it's cracked up to be, and people try to put narratives on it, and they try to paint you out to be a certain person just because you look good. And people definitely misjudge you when you're pretty, or when you're good looking, or when whatever. So number 1 on my list for the negative signs of pretty privilege is you get no support for anything. And I mean that in any way possible. People will not support you because in their mind they feel like you're pretty, so I don't need to help you do anything, you're gonna get it anyway. That's just what people think. So me, for example, I create content. So what's helpful for me, especially with friends, family, etc., is liking my pictures, repost, or commenting under my YouTube videos. People who know me personally will not support me. They will sit back, they will watch and see if I'm gonna make it. That's the mindset. They're like, you're pretty, I don't need to help you because you're pretty, right? So I'm gonna let you figure it out on your own, and if you make it, cool. If not, like, haha, like, I knew it. You pretty much have to fight on your own, and I hate that. Even, like, we can talk about my Instagram, for example. People will not simply like my pictures. Like, I'm not thirsty for likes on Instagram, but that's what Instagram is for. You post pictures, people like them, right? I'm not cocky, but I know my pictures look good. So I have on Instagram where you can see how many people looked at that specific post versus how many people liked it. And on some of my Instagram photos, I'll show you guys a screenshot. I will have 3,000 people look at my Instagram photo, scroll through it, and I will have like 100 likes. And a lot of the percentage of people that looked at that photo were my followers, right? Most of my followers are people who knew me in high school, in college, from childhood, things of that nature. People will not support you. I mean, it will come a point people will just look at you and be like, girl, figure it out because you're pretty. And I feel like that's tough, because if I'm supportive of my friends, and if I'm supportive of whatever anybody has going on, I feel like don't rob me of the same support just because you think I'm good looking. I just feel like it's really weird. But I've also struggled with this with my friendships. I always watch my friends support other people who may do something similar to my same career, but I like, no tea, no shade, they don't do it like me. And my friends will publicly support someone else, and then when it comes to me, they're mute, quiet. And I used to complain about this when I did have those friendships, but once I let those friendships go, I realized, like, yeah, these people don't really like me. Like, really a messed up way to operate. Like I said, especially with friendships, like, I've seen it happen in my face, where people will support somebody that does the same exact thing that I do, and they will choose not to even open their mouth, congratulate me, nothing. And it's not like I'm begging for attention or I'm begging for, but it's common when you have a friend, you guys support each other. It's not hard. And I feel like when you do complain about it, then people make you seem like you're begging for attention, or, you know, you just want, like, it's weird. It's really weird, and it sucks for people who have quote unquote pretty privilege, because it comes a point where you just have to fight by yourself. Like, you just have to do whatever you have to do by yourself and just stop worrying about others supporting you, because they will do it on purpose. People will do it on purpose. Family, friends, boyfriends, it doesn't matter. Sometimes people just look at you like, oh, you got it already, I don't need to help you out. Like, what kind of mindset is that? It's everybody needs support in some way. So this, okay, number 2 on my list somewhat stems from number 1. Number 2 is people will dismiss your tragedies and tell you to get over it because you're pretty. What I mean by this is, like, you can sit and explain the most traumatic event in your life to somebody. You can vent to someone and say, hey, I am severely depressed, I am, you know, whatever you're going through, and people will be like, oh, well, get over it, like, you're pretty, like, what are you worried about? Like, and I quote, this has happened to me. And I talked about in one of my other videos, when I lost my hair and I developed alopecia. When I developed alopecia, I was dealing with people where I would come to them very vulnerable. Hey, I'm going through something, like, this happened to me, or I'm grieving a loss of a family member, whatever it is. And people will look at you like, oh, well, like, when I say you can talk about the most traumatic situation in your life, and people will tell you, like, brush it off, get over it, what are you worried about? You have good looks, you have this, you have a car, you have, why are you worried? I just said I'm depressed. Like, I just said I'm losing my hair, and you're worried about the material things that surround me or the physical aspects of me. Like, it really blows my mind. So now, me personally, I don't even vent to people. I don't even, like, if I'm dealing with something, I will talk to my mom. That's who I know I can trust, who I know has my back. But when it comes, like, I have talked to, like, I had even somebody I'm dating, like, you can sit and tell them, you know, your family trauma or your childhood trauma, and they're just like, oh, well, like, get over it, huh? What? Like, what? It just is really crazy. So people will not show you any type of sympathy whatsoever. Like, you will not get any type of helping hand, you know, nothing, because you're pretty. Like, can you, like, that sounds crazy, right? King is like, and my grandmother used to always say this. She was like, when you have good looks, you're cursed. And I never understood what she meant by that, but it's like, you deal with more because you're attractive. Like, more comes at you because you're an attractive person. Okay, so number 3, and this is a big one. You attract narcissistic, manipulative psychopaths. Whether it's friendships or it's relationships, dating relationships, you attract mentally unstable, toxic people. Let me explain. in reality, right? Let's just talk about dating relationships. So you're a pretty woman, and a man who knows he's out of your league and he has good sense, he's probably not going to come at you, because he's like, she's pretty, she has this going for herself, she's, you know, whatever. I can't come at this girl, right? She's out of my league. But if you notice, when you're a good looking person and you also have a lot of good things going for you, you attract people who want to come into your life. They want to humble you. They want to manipulate you into whatever they got going on. They want to take whatever you have. They want to learn from you. So it's hard to date and it's hard to find friends, because you attract toxic people. So with men, I'm not saying every guy I've dated in my life was a narcissist, but when I learned the tactics of narcissistic people, I have dated a lot of narcissists in my life. And I'm almost 30 years old and I'm realizing what that was. So naturally, I am a empathetic person. I am nice, I'm sweet, I'm caring, I'm loving. I'm not perfect. But if anybody has come, like if you meet me in person, I give very giving, loving, sweet energy. Like, I'm not perfect. Like I said, people like narcissistic men specifically seek that out. They look at you and they're like, she's a beautiful woman, she's out of my league, but I want her, I want something from her. Either they want to just boost their ego. It's rare that you find genuine people because of your exterior, because of the way you look and what you have going on in life. People will want to come in and take it. Now let's talk about female friendships. It's the same difference. They're female narcissists. They are toxic women. They are manipulative women. And lately I've been trying to meet new friends, and these women do the same thing that men do. They look at your Instagram, they see you travel, they see you have a career, they see you have a brand new car, oh, she can dress, oh, she looks good. Women see that as well, and they watch and they take notes and they this and they that, and then they want to be your friend. They hit you up, hey girl, let's go out, this, let's that. And then when you hang out with these girls, it's, how you got this car? How much is it? What do you do for a living? It's not what's your birthday, where are you from? It's not, they don't want to know you personally. Women also come into my life and disguise friendships as whatever. They're trying to get whatever out of me. So it's like, I really don't have any female friends right now, and I'm not looking because I've been through a lot when it comes to women, and I'm not dating right now because I literally attract the most toxic people. I am gonna do a second video after this one about narcissistic women and how most of your friendships probably failed because your friend was a narcissist. And I can go on and on about this subject, but like I said before, if you are if you're genuinely a nice, empathetic, caring, loving person, you will attract users. You will attract people who want to come around and see what you have going on. Like I keep saying with friends, women want to see who you're dating, or they always come in like, oh, you have this new car. Now you guys have seen me purchase my car and on a dotted line. I mean, I vlogged the entire thing. Girls will come in, pretend like they want to be my friend, and then they'll ask me, oh, what rich baller are you talking to? Oh, what rich baller is paying for your car? Like, what is all of these questions that's stemming from, I see what you have going on, and I want to take it, but I'm gonna act like I want to be your friend. And I have learned now to spot those type of people early on, and I get away from them. Like, we might go out once or twice, baby. If I see all you care about is the material things that I have going on, and mind you, I'm not a braggadocious, like, talk about I don't care about materials in the sense of when I'm trying to get to know somebody. I'm not sitting here talking about, oh girl, yeah, I got this new handbag, or like, I want to get to know you as a person, right? So you need to choose your friends and not let friends choose you, because when people choose you, they're plotting on you. Like, trust me, they didn't choose you for nothing. And men as well. Now, I know a lot of times it's hard with men, because like, I'm not going out of my way to holler at a guy. I'm just like, not. But pay attention to the men that pursue you, because a lot of times they are toxic and they want something from you. They have a motive, and it's like, that's why I'm always going through friendship breakups, or I can't keep friends. And people try to, you know, people always try to say, well, if you can't keep friendships, maybe it's you. Or, oh, she's not in a relationship, like, she's pretty, what's her problem? Maybe it's you. No, I attract toxic, manipulative, narcissistic people. And with that comes, I cannot stay with these said people. I will remove myself. So that is a big thing. That is huge. And I think a lot of women who are a lot of times I've been naive in situations. Like, a lot of times I will let people come into my life and I think, oh, they really want to be my friend. Or a guy has been pursuing me for over a year and a half, and I'm like, oh, he really wants to date me, like, let me give him a chance. No, that man is plotting on you, that girl is plotting on you. And yeah, like, yeah. But I will do a second video, and I will dive deeper into a lot of your girlfriends may be narcissists, and that's why the friendship is so toxic. Number 4 on my list for the negative side of pretty privilege is you will not be invited to a lot of events by men or by women. I've dealt with this since I was a child. I used to always get upset when my friends didn't invite me, but they're inviting everybody else around me. A lot of times people feel like you're going to take the shine away from whatever it is. If it's a birthday party, maybe they just feel like you're gonna get all of the attention and they don't want you there. I used to hear all the time, I'm always overdressed. I'm always overdressed. And in the society that we live in now, people dress up all day, every day, and take pictures. I was a fashion designer at one point in my life. I was highly into fashion. So dressing up was my thing. And mind you guys, I never used to like overdress on purpose so I can look the best or so I can take the attention. I just genuinely liked clothes, and I liked styling my clothes. And my mother is like this, and I really get it from my grandmother. My grandmother loved to get dressed, and I always had friends tell me, oh, you're overdoing it. And mind you, no tea, no shade, but my friends will wear like t-shirts and sweats or jeans and a t-shirt. Like, they would not even try. So of course I'm doing too much, right? Of course. But I really used to get my feelings hurt. Like, even when I got older and I would see my friends, they're out at the club or they're going on a trip, and it's like they will not invite me. A birthday dinner, I mean, simple stuff. They will not invite you just because they simply feel like you're gonna take the attention. And a lot of times you don't take the attention, or maybe they think you're gonna take the attention. And even with men that you're dating, I've had a man tell me this: men, if you are a beautiful woman, you would think, right, logically, because this is how I used to think, you would think if a man has a beautiful woman on his arm, he will want to take her out. It'll make him look good. No, men want to keep you in the house, and let me tell you why. If a man brings you out around his friends, I guarantee you his guy friends are gonna start liking you. They're gonna be looking at you. They might want to holler at you, right? Men don't like that. Or it's like, I'm being funny, but for real, men will, or if they do take you out, it's gonna be to like low-key places. Have you ever wondered, and this is no tea, no shade, I'm not trying to speak negatively on any woman, but have you ever dated somebody and he will take, like, he'll date a girl that's, when I say if you're a 10, she's a 3, right? No tea, no shade. But have you ever dated a guy and when y'all break up, he takes that 3? And I'm not talking just, a lot of people say, I hate this, right? Before I finish what I'm saying, a lot of people say, oh well, everything's not about looks. So if the same guy that dated you dates somebody that's maybe it's their personality, you a 10 across the board. Personality 10, face 10, body 10, successful, got your own car, like, okay, and she's like not good looking, boring. That's what I'm saying. And he will still take that woman out to decent places. Now mind you, that's probably his type. See, you was out of his league. We ain't gonna go there. But have you ever noticed, like, he'll take her out because she's not intimidating to nobody. She's not intimidating to other women. She's not intimidating to men. So he has no problem taking her out. He has no problem taking her on trips because she makes him feel like he's a man because she's not intimidating. But you, when he takes you out, everybody's looking at you. Everybody's commenting and complimenting. Everybody's complimenting you, saying how beautiful you are. I've had this happen to me. I was with an athlete and we went to breakfast and the waitress was like, oh my gosh, you're beautiful and you guys make a great couple. And I'm like, thank you. And you know, sometimes it really makes you feel good when they do it in front of your date, because it's like, yeah. But a lot of times people don't like that attention that's coming at you, whether it's a guy or another girl, your homegirl. So a lot of times people want to keep you hidden. They want to keep you in the house. A lot of times they don't. If it's a girl group, they don't, if you're the prettiest girl in the group, a lot of times they don't want to stand next to you. They go out to the club or to dinner and, you know, you're the only one getting hit on. Girls don't like that. When I go out and if a guy doesn't hit on me and they hit on my friend, I am happy for my friend. I'm never like, I can't go out with her anymore because everybody's hollering at her and not me. I just hate the mindset. But people will really not invite, like, you will miss out. And that's why I started to travel alone. That's why I started to do things on my own, because if you have to sit and wait for a friend to do something with you, you'll be waiting a long time. Because people sometimes just don't want to be next to somebody that's have it all together. So yeah, and when it comes to dating, and I'm gonna just say this and I'm done. When it comes to dating, if that man don't take you out, baby, he should not get a second nothing. Don't call him back, blocked. You better take me outside and stop being scary. Anyway, number 5, people will force their insecurities on you. I guess this is like 2 in 1. People will find a flaw. People will find a flaw and point out your insecurities, and they will also force their insecurities onto you. Sometimes you just naturally make people feel insecure about their looks or their body or their whatever. And what they'll do is they feel like you're perfect, right? So one, they will study you from top to bottom and find one insecurity that you may have, and they gonna find it and point it out. I'm just saying, people will find an imperfection in you. That's one. If they can't find an imperfection in you, they will force their insecurities onto you, right? So if you dream of being an entrepreneur and that's something that they feel like they can't do. They'll tell you you can't do it as well. When I was younger and I wasn't as strong and I wasn't as secure in myself, I used to let people talk me out of a lot of stuff. I remember when I was in college, people used to call me fat, and when I look at pictures, I was not big. I was not big. I looked good if you ask me, but I let people tell me so much to where I started to believe it. So that's why mind has to be stronger than the words that are coming at you. Because if you listen to people, you might believe, and that's what they want. They want you to believe the negative things that they think about themselves. They want to force it on you, and they want you to believe it too, so you both can be insecure. So do not listen to people. I don't care who it is. If it's your mom, if it's your aunt, if they're telling you something negative about you and you know it's not true, do not listen to people, because the people are forcing their insecurities on you. Simple. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do. Don't let nobody tell you what you look like or don't look like. Guess what? If you get dressed and you like your outfit, don't let nobody tell you you overdressed, because I guarantee you they're underdressed and they want you to be underdressed like them. It's like, y'all see, I'm getting a little frustrated because it's things that I deal with on the regular, and I know a lot of women deal with it as well. You don't have to be pretty. You don't have, I mean, it can be anything that you have going good for yourself. People are going to try to tear you down. So yeah, don't let nobody force their insecurities on you. I don't know why I'm talking to y'all like y'all my kids. Now, you have a little pudge today. Dang, I can't be on my period. Like, why are you pointing out every little thing about me? It's just, I hate that people do that. People are so rude. Don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Like, I live by that. I don't just come at people with my negative comments. Like, if you look bloated today, I'm not gonna tell you that, because I'm sure you know that. Okay, number 6, men will only lust over you. A lot of men will, and this goes back to manipulative men. A lot of men will want to date you just to say, oh, I had that pretty girl that everybody wanted in high school. I had her. Just to say that. Just to have a notch on their belt. Just to feel good about themselves, to boost their ego. A lot of times men won't genuinely come. And then what's crazy is if I'm getting to know a guy, he will start to say like, dang, you kind of cool. Like, dang, I mess with you. Like, you really cool. You not just a pretty face. Yeah, because you came at me off of the physical. You came at me because you had a motive, but then when you really got to know me, you realize like she's way more than, and then sometimes they get hooked. Sometimes they get hooked. If he's genuinely a manipulative person and he has one motive, he is going to lust after you until he get what he want, and then when he gets it, he done. And then he gonna go tell everybody, yeah, I had so and so. And this is why I will never make the mistake again of dating somebody I went to high school with or college. I will never make that mistake, because those are usually the men that you denied back in college or back in high school, and they build this weird vendetta against you. Like they're like, their purpose in life is to get close to you so they can say, yeah, I finally got her, but they gonna dog you because you made them wait for so long, or because you denied them back in the day. And I made that mistake one too many times. I've dated a few people I went to high school with, and when I tell you, it was a weird motive behind it. It was like, I dated them once we got older, but it was all, it ended up being this weird motive. Is like, and they would say it sometimes like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm with you. Like, I can't believe I'm with Asia. It's like, when people say that, run. because they've been waiting 10 years for this. So if you guys like this video and want me to do more, I will do a part 2, but just let me know down in the comments. But the last and final thing on my list is suitable men who you would prefer to date will probably not pursue you because they assume you already have somebody, or they assume you have multiple men and they don't want to insert themselves. Even if a man is very secure in himself, he's still gonna look at the reality of his woman. His woman is perfect from head to toe, look good, smell good, and he knows other men are gonna feel that way when they see you out in the street. So he's gonna assume, in my opinion, that would make a man wanna, you know, make sure he got it on lock. And some men mess up because of that. Like you may settle with someone and that's where they mess up. They mess up because they're assuming it's someone else, when in reality you're being loyal to them. It doesn't matter what I look like. And if you are single like me, I have been single for a year, holla, people will assume that, like, there's no way. Like, I've been celibate for over a year, and people will say there is no way you're celibate. I know there's guys that are dying to, you know, and it's like, why do you not believe me? And then they're like, well, I know it's somebody coming at you. Yeah. But the people that do come at me are people I would never, no tea, no shade. If there's this guy that you, girl, like, he fine, he got money, he's sweet, giving, loving, all of these things, right? He might not come at you because he gonna think like, she probably got 5 dudes at her already, 10 dudes at her already. She probably talking to 2 and finessing 3. Like, that's how men think. So, well, that's how a lot of people think. I hear this all the time. There's no way you're single. There's no way you don't have nobody. There's way. I've been single for a year. 1 year. And there's nobody that, in my life right now, there's nobody that I would love to date. Not one. And then when I go out and I see a guy that looks really good, I'll look at him, I'll smile, and he'll look at me like, she looking at me? There's no way. Yes, way. But that's men that got good sense, though. I know a lot of beautiful women, they are single, like single as a dollar bill, single, not even texting, talking to nobody. And that's how I am right now. Like, I'm not even texting a guy that I'm a little bit interested in. Nothing, nada, because the men that I actually want are not coming at me. Or the men that I would want, if I haven't met him yet, is like, a lot of times they're scared to come at me. So yeah, that is it for this video. I actually really enjoyed doing this. I feel like I got a lot off my chest. I just want to end this video with saying, stop forcing the perception of pretty privilege on people and treat people as human beings, period. It shouldn't matter what people look like and what they have going on. Treat everybody with respect. And stop forcing your insecurities and your negativity on other people. I want everybody to be of love, and I want everybody to feel love and light. And like I said earlier, if you guys want me to do a part 2 and add more to my list, I would gladly do that. The full tutorial to my hair is currently on my YouTube channel as well. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.